Death Watch.
Welcome back to Cradle of the World, a Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 / Pathfinder First Edition campaign by Death Watch Productions. I'm Brandon, the Game Master, and we'll rejoin our heroes now in this ancient temple of sorts where Graham and Rohan and Fenrith are doing their best to stop some of these new invaders from reaching Casimir, who is on the other side of a door doing something that they're not aware of. And Casimir was slowly bringing this massive golden ball to a mirror and having spikes and blades slash his legs every step of the way. So we'll pick up from there, but first introduce our heroes, starting with Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Casimir, hero of the Roc, and I'm riding high on a Resident Evil 4 victory.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I'm Travis. I'm playing Graham, hero of the sea. And all week, I was nervous about this encounter for some reason. I have a memory in my head of the way Brandon looked as he was moving pieces around. He was like a little too, like,
Brandon
could go either way.
He gets into
which
moods.
is a bad sign, right? He
yeah.
knows something. There's something about this enemy that's not going to be good. So prepare yourselves.
You can't trust Brandon.
And I'm Justin. I'm playing Rohan, hero of the sky, and I plan on just hiding behind Fenrith.
It's always a good plan.
Good call.
And I'm John playing Fenrith, hero of the flame, and I plan on hiding behind Graham.
You can't do that, Fenrith.
Oh,
At least
Don't
not in your
worry.
giant state.
I've got some tricks up my sleeve, like
you gotta
recall.
find him.
Recall.
Yeah.
See you
Just
later, back at the hero house.
As long as it's not total.
All right.
These people, yeah.
Okay, so we had ended on Fenrith's turn. At the end of Fenrith's turn, you cast a spell at that large construct that's stomping down your direction, but it didn't work because those things are immune to magic that does not allow... Immune to magic that allows spell resistance. So any spell that allows spell resistance, they're immune to. But that's where we ended, so we'll pick back up there, and then, so Fenrith's turn is over, and...
Can I still move?
So shocked are you that you cannot move.
Do you have any actions left?
Yeah, all I
I
did
think
was cast the spell,
Yeah,
I guess.
he'll allow it.
as I will proceed down the stairs in wrestler stance.
What is wrestler stance?
I don't
I don't know. Are you crab walking down the stairs?
Crap.
I might have to smite you if I see that. Sometimes that looks creepy.
You can try.
Right. Maybe the game master will back me up and give me special smite power.
But if he gives you special spike power, then John's going to get special, like, pincer,
Right. But
catch the blade.
it's smite / crab walkers, right? That's true.
He's
Blade
got
catching.
pinchers.
Yep.
I think we're not helping this situation out any, Travis. I think doom draws near as Brandon's anger rises.
Yeah, well,
Stop this silliness.
that vision in my head said it was already preordained, so there's nothing we could do.
Is this one of those things where, like, fulfilling the prophecy is also trying to prevent it type of thing? Like,
Yeah.
we just draw near.
Okay,
Yes.
Rohan, it's your turn.
Listen to the fury in that
All right.
voice.
So, in an attempt to slow this thing down, I'm going to cast Entangle on the area. So let's see, do I get him targeted? It's 20-foot circle radius, so is that... Yeah, that's about the right size. So yeah, just so that he's on the far side of it and he'll have to travel through the entire thing.
Okay.
Cast that, and it should have... Yeah, did it...
It's immune.
It shouldn't be immune to this because it's...
Does it have spell resistance?
No, because it's not... Like, the effect is magical, but... Or what it does is magical, but the effect is mundane.
Well, Oh, it says no spell resistance on it. So,
Um,
because I was thinking about doing a similar thing with my ice storm, but it has spell resistance.
Does it have spell resistance against the damage, but not against the slipping effect?
I'll have to look up again. But your entangle does not have spell resistance.
right. So, where is that on your character sheet? Where's Entangle?
Down towards the bottom, Ranger level 1 spell. Spell resistance, no. It's reflex for partial to avoid being trapped. The reflex DC should be 14. Let's try.
Do the
Wait, why'd that move? Do the targeted effect of.
yeah, just do the effect, not the cast, just the effect on him, and see what happens.
No, it says it already exists on Law Enforcer.
Okay. And then so what is the reflex you said?
14 for that spell.
Yeah, because I don't think it rolled it for him. So let me do that.
Yeah, I think it just automatically applied the effect rather than.
Yeah, I'm having some errors here. What's causing it? Okay, let me try this here.
And Fenrith, if you use a fire spell in that area, it will burn them away. I know. Actually, you're more of an acid spell these days, aren't you?
No, I only use that when it's fire resistance. There's not many things that have acid.
I won't tell him that I recently put fire resistance on myself.
All right, so let's see.
I kind of like the idea, like the imagery in my head of this thing getting entangled. It'd be these little tendrils of plants that were struggling to survive, growing up into its clockwork mechanics of its legs and stuff to trap it.
All right, so Rohan casts Entangle in this space in front of and encompassing the Heavy Law Enforcer. And so all these vines and thorns and things sprout up from the floor, wrap themselves around it. And anything else for your turn?
I'm going to step to try and get partial coverage behind this pillar here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. So, Casimir, now
All right.
you've got this giant golden ball on your shoulders, its weight pressing down on you. Roll a fortitude save, please.
There we go.
Okay, you can move at half speed.
All right. There we go.
Okay, so you move 20 feet forward. In your first step, some arrow shoots out of the wall next to you, dripping with acid, hits you for 2 points of damage. In your second step, the wall on the other side of you, from that wall bursts a cold wind. So do a reflex save. And
what would the minuses be on that for
yeah,
encumbrance?
we're going to have a -4 to it.
There you
All right, so you succeed even with the -4, so you'll take half damage.
go. I'm over here getting hit with flamethrowers or frost throwers, whatever you want to call them.
So that's 8 points of cold damage. In your third step,
Stepping on Legos. True hell.
a slot on the wall opens up and a massive 2-person wood saw juts out,
Oh no.
vibrating and slices at you. So let's do a melee attack against you here. And it's a hit. So the saw blade bites into you and starts cutting and does 11 points of damage to you. And on your last step,
I guess if that had been a commoner, it would have killed him.
A lot of these, like commoners would have some problems.
Because I'm like, the saw is all like big and menacing, and then relative to your total hit points, it takes a little nick out of you. And
Well, it's sawing through like breastplate
right,
and
that's
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
Armor.
Yeah.
bolt of
So if he was
lightning
a commoner, it would have been sawed in half.
shoots out of the wall towards you, but it misses on this particular one, so no damage there. And you find yourself a bit closer to your goal. All right. So that's your turn.
Weird, Fenrith doesn't show up in our party sheet.
He left the party a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Him and his new god.
he's in a. Yeah, I was gonna say he's in a party with his god.
God.
Hey, Coralon, you want to go on a dungeon crawl with me?
You want to get online and kill the dragon?
Coralon, you're kind of not sharing the loot.
Loot whore.
Man, what would you do? Like, I don't really think there's too much you could do, right?
Yeah, you just let him take the loot. Man.
He's a god.
Of course, if it's a god, they'd say, well,
Yeah.
this will count as your offering.
Right.
Okay. Graham, your turn.
Yes, so I'm going to step up to Rohan because I see he's still sporting an injury there. How did you get injured the last time?
I don't remember.
He probably
What'd you
came
fight
in
the last
injured.
time?
I didn't fight anything the last time.
No, his injuries come from a while ago.
Yeah.
Not a while
Oh.
ago.
It must have been when I was fighting the goblins that were trying to take the prisoners back to the camp.
Yeah.
I
So
took
you have like a
some
musket
hits.
shot wound?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll go and I'll touch the obsidian wand to that, hit the blackened hole in his cheek.
Do
And,
you jam the tip in for good measure? Make sure you get that wand in there nice and deep to get extra healing effect out of it.
Yes, I will do that. So,
And since he's
But you're
did I
trying
do?
to aim while he's doing
he's sneak attacking me with the wand. And
why did it?
Yeah.
Why did it do an attack? Sorry, I hit the wrong one. I actually have to do my use magic device check. Make sure I don't get a 1. And then we'll heal him up. I kind of be giving him a stern look at this moment because didn't I have him targeted?
Yeah, you healed him.
Yeah.
19 points. Now roll a percentile dice for me, please.
Uh-oh.
See if it was one of those.
Ooh,
22.
That's pretty low. It's pretty low, Justin.
I'll suddenly explode from
How
positive
many-
energy.
All right. 22 is what you rolled.
Yes. How many hit points were you down?
33.
Yeah.
How are you doing over there, Fenrith?
I am short 58 right now.
Okay.
It looks like you're still down 30-some, Graham.
Yeah, I thought I was looking at initiative. I thought it showed the exact amount on
It
the
used
combat
to.
chart. Used to, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was looking at the party sheet. It
Yeah, you
shows
can
it on
see
the
it.
party sheet when you hover over, but Fenris not on there.
But I can open it and I see all you.
Maybe we.
Graham, if he's not on the party sheet, then he must be an enemy, and you are behind him and
I wonder if we.
contractually obligated to
That's true.
sneak attack.
Wonder if we blocked him when he got his new god. He just going
Oh,
on.
it's because I didn't add him to the party sheet because there you go.
We're having fun with
Yay.
our conspiracy theories.
All right, Graham. So you step forward and you heal Rohan with the onyx wand. Anything else for you?
That'll take all my turn up.
Okay. So this heavy law enforcer, after you cast that, it's magic detected. Magic is illegal. Submit to the will of the emperor. You will be destroyed. And then it continues. So it's got to do a escape artist for strength.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
I believe it's the same as the spell, so 14.
No, I think
Let's see.
I think the DC is higher.
The DC for this check is equal to the DC of the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 14 escape artist or strength.
Yeah, it's not very difficult. But since he was entangled, he won't be able to make forward movement progress this round unless he's super special.
Which is kind of weird because usually don't they make the escape artist check a bit higher? Because it's like a
Usually,
skill. Yeah.
But this is a level 1 spell. I mean,
Mm.
for the most part, at this level, it's meant to just kind of lightly hinder people.
Yeah.
Which, if it takes him one round longer to reach us, then it will have done its job.
Okay, let me see. Do you have... Where is it? There it is. Okay.
Oh, I do see one of those human rangers.
All right, so strength check, and it, it lifts its legs and breaks all the vines that were wrapped around it.
Okay.
And then, Fenrith, your turn.
All right. I will.
120. to the
Okay.
law enforcer.
Double move up.
Now, what was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah, divine power. Usually you'll cast that after righteous might.
Yeah, it's not as effective as it used to be. So I might end up swapping it out for something else later on, as I've still got it prepared, but I didn't cast it.
All right, so what? I think we'd stick with the one you've been using. What difference, what change did the...
So it used to change my base attack bonus to my level.
Yeah, I like that version. We'll stick with that one.
Okay. Then in that case, I would move 20 and cast that.
You want to move 20 feet forward?
Yep. And then I'll cast the divine power on myself.
Okay. All right, let me get the effect on you here. And that'll last 14 rounds.
Yep.
All right. Then, all right, so that increased your... It basically made your attack bonus to what it would be if you were a fighter of this level, right?
Correct.
And then, what else did it do? Raised your strength by 6, if I remember right.
Yeah.
All right, so you can make those changes like you used to do for your attacks and stuff to get that set up properly. And then you move forward, and that'll be it for your turn.
How'd you get wounded last time, Fenrith?
Yeah, I think this is still a holdover.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, we really haven't had much time. I think there was one night that we slept.
Yeah, so this is like
Yeah, it was a holdover
from our early battles.
Yeah, pretty much we came in, fought that law enforcer, flew off, fought the law enforcer mage, fought mage and ranger in town, fought some more in town, went to sleep.
And they
and
had
then
those
came back.
like cutting lines of fire attacks. Was that what was going on?
Yeah, it's like a
Remember that.
laser beam.
Right, yeah.
150. All right, that'll work. All right, so past the law enforcer down by one of the pillars, this human, steps around that pillar and takes aim at you, Fenrith, with his musket. Take a couple shots at you. Looks like it'll be 3 shots.
I'm willing to bet that guy's not immune to magic.
All right, a miss. An automatic hit, but not a critical. So 1 hit for 13 damage, which is resisted down to 10 damage to you, Fenrith. And then that's that one. And then we'll bring us back to Rohan.
Okay. So I am going to use my armor's ability and throw up a wind wall. I'll do it in a circle that encompasses that area right there.
Okay.
So that anyone firing down the hall their projectiles will have to pass through it. I'll have to get your ruling on it, but it says that arrows and bolts can't fly through it. Other ranged weapons passing through the wall have a 30% miss chance unless they are a siege engine projectile or other massive ranged weapon.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll give it a 30% miss chance for any projectiles coming from that room. That will last for 15 rounds. You know what would be really nice on these is if you could put round counters on these pointers.
Yeah, it would be.
But that'll be my turn.
Will's a label too, so it's like this is
We know
entangle.
what it is.
Yeah.
All right, fort save.
Okay. So that's your turn. And that's what? You made it a circle wind wall?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, Casimir, fort save, please.
Well, yeah.
It's not supposed to happen until the food's cooking.
He's not in the mood to be waiting today.
Didn't eat my second bowl of rice last night.
His stomach can sense that it's in the fridge.
Okay, you can move a quarter speed.
All right.
That's some real hero's journey stuff you're on right here, Casimir. Trudging forward. Never quit, never surrender.
Yeah. No, it was one of those where I was like all kind of hyped last week after, and was thinking about stuff that I could do. I was thinking about maybe calling out, doing prayers and stuff like that.
Right.
I ain't doing any of that. Kind of put the shoulder to the plow.
Okay. All right, so you start pushing forward, and let's see. So you've moved 10 feet, and a bunch of holes up in the ceiling open up, and some arrows fly down at you, shoot out of the ceiling at you.
Do I get a cover bonus?
29 points of damage from these arrows.
Because
Your
I
first
asked
step.
about cover bonus.
And then your second. On your second step, you can see on the wall next to you, there's like carvings and artwork or whatever, but one of them is a face, and it animates into this look of abject despair and lets out this haunting wail. And so do a will save,
All right.
but it has no effect on you. And that's your turn. You find yourself ever closer.
Now it's when it starts doing that thing where, like, every step he takes, another tile pops up and he gets pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. And then let's see. What is it to move through? Yeah. All right. So this down here behind the law enforcer, this goblin steps out around that corner and raises his musket, and he will take aim at Fenrith.
Bullet sponge.
And he'll fire his musket, and then, but he's got a 30%. We'll give that 30%. So let's try it. See if he would even hit to begin with.
Fenrith will be so full of slugs by the end of this. It'll kind of sound like he's got a pocket full of change or something when he's walking, along with all the other racket he makes.
That's why
Yeah,
I
you're not
don't
gonna notice.
eat, though.
Because you just subsist off of the
Belly full of bullets.
Yeah, he does fire, but where the shot goes, I mean, it's not even close, so won't worry about him. But then, Graham, your turn.
It went behind him. All right, so seeing Fenrith move off, I'll click my heels together so I can zip after him and put some healing on him.
You're going to put on haste.
Yeah, so I can move 60 feet and catch up to him. So let's see how the use magic device goes. Rolled well enough, I think. Yeah, 31. And then here's some healing for you.
Reminded me of Dr. Evil over there.
Yeah.
Finger hovering over the buttons.
Which one? And then that should be it for me. I'll put the haste on here. In a
I'm
sec.
sorry,
you already got
Fenrith.
it. Cool.
But it appears your time is done.
Nope, healing. Oh,
And when
thank God.
Mr. Bigglesworth gets angry, Graham gets angry.
Well, it's hard to, on these, like, the biggest one is, like, you have to turn on a function, so you're looking for F8. So I'm like, which one is 8 there? Because it's all tiny.
Yeah, I think you can reverse that in the settings.
Oh, okay.
So if function's always on, you turn it on to, like, turn your volume up and down.
All right, roll a percentile dice, Graham.
This time we got a 35.
Okay. All right, and then you're moving up to him.
I hope it's Implosion.
That's your turn?
Always wanted to see it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so the law enforcer will once again begin its march.
My hover over stopped working. There we go. This doesn't work with Fenrith anymore.
Always liked, there's like a certain type of anxiety from like MMOs, watching hit bars
Oh, right.
go down when you're not in range of it.
Know what you mean.
Yeah. All right, guys. OMW, and then, oh no.
Or the one that would get me is when you were AoE healing, but for some reason there was one person who wasn't in the area of effect, and it's like, get over here. Like, what are you doing?
All right, so it'll stomp forward 15 feet.
Yeah, it's not like you're being like some type of healers that stand on a rock or anything.
Still talking about how
It was a click.
magic is illegal, and it will. It still has you targeted, and so it will shoot some laser. It's laser at you, Fenrith.
Is this a fire-based attack?
Fenrith, there it is. Yeah.
Okay. As I noticed, I don't have my benefit from the ring, the 30 fire resistance as an effect anymore. As I forgot about it when we switched over, but I just went and added my ring spells back to my spell list as well.
All right, yeah, let me put that back on there.
Thank you. Because that's one of the only saving graces here, is that if I remember right, it could do a ton of damage to me with this thing, but I can't do a ton of damage to it either. So it's basically like two giants just wrestling around, breaking stuff.
Okay, resist energy.
The only difference is I look better in a loincloth.
Yeah.
Hey, I got taller now. Doesn't that equal better looking?
No.
Well, at least it doesn't look as odd. As what am I, 14 feet now?
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we got increased, and then now you...
Yeah.
But you're also basically like a teenager now, so...
Skinny. Oh, you haven't
no.
filled out.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got
That's
that
even worse.
awkward teenager look to you too.
You look like a monster from Silent Hill. We all do. Let's not kid around here.
Well, now I'm thinking of it, since that doubled the size. Like we were about, well, how tall did we get?
Let's see how.
Well, it's on your sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, 6'6". So yeah, it was about 13 feet.
But like our weight, like look at your weight.
Yeah, my weight would be like 500 and something. Well,
Oh, I
more
mean,
than
like,
that.
I was talking about like how skinny you are, because like we're fairly skinny.
Well, that's what I'm wondering here. Like, with it increasing my size like this, like my height, does that seem right?
It
Would I
should
still
say-
be skinny, or do I bloat out?
Well, you would gain some additional weight, like it does that too, but it should tell you how much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go find it.
Let's see, 6'6" and 100. I'm 6'6" and 170 pounds. That's really dang skinny.
You gotta
Oh,
eat
it looks
some
like
more.
my damage
Yeah.
reduction is off on this as well, as it should be 10 evil, or sorry, 5 evil. Not as next level, it's 10 evil.
How can you tell with all those effects on you? It's like a small
DR3
novel.
evil.
It's a small novel you got there. Flaming Burst, Divine Power, Attack 2 luck, Damage 2 luck, Ability
these-
2 luck.
Arcane instructions, but in the midst of it, there's a random remove your eyeballs and put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
Or secret coded messages.
That's how I always fight in Call of Cthulhu.
It just doesn't really say. Oh, there it is. Increase
Sanity
the
can't take you
There it
then.
is,
increased weight
DR5
by
evil.
a factor of 8.
By a factor of 8, so that would make you... What's your base?
162.
162 times 8. Like
13
almost
something.
1,300, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of chunky now.
No, you're just bigger, skinnier.
Well, no, I mean, someone who's 13 feet shouldn't be 1,300
Yeah,
pounds.
You're not like spaghetti skinny, but like you grew proportionally.
So it just double your weight, basically, if it just sized them up in perfect proportion to
As
double his
I
height.
look,
Well,
see?
not quite. Like a small child that's like 3 feet tall is like 35, 40 pounds. But you go to 6 feet tall and they're quite a bit heavier.
But there's also variance amongst people who are 6 feet tall. I was
Yeah.
just wondering if it's just changing the proportions of him to fit that large category,
Yeah, that's
which
kinda-
basically has to go long enough for him to have the reach, right, of a large creature.
Which at 6'6", he doesn't
Yeah.
need to go much.
Right. Although sometimes I can't help but just imagine us as being like cubes, so he just kind of widens up.
Yeah, when you look on the map.
Like it has all the details, but that's just in like cube art, right? So his arms are there, but they don't have any definition. And
I like it.
All right, yeah, so it's going to be, it's a laser at you, Fenrith, but it doesn't penetrate your armor. But we do got to make a couple changes here to your...
uh-oh. Someone's getting audited.
Are you just going to remove all of his buffs and write dumb?
Dumb. Lasts forever.
Your face.
It's in the radiating.
Just remember,
Oh, never mind. That
when
comes
you
out all
move
right.
as slow as I do, you got a lot of time for buffs.
Got a lot of time for thinking.
All right, Fenrith, your turn.
All right. So I am going to go another 20 feet, and then I will cast, we'll see if this works, Dispel Magic on law enforcement. It does not have
Interesting.
spell resistance.
It would be interesting if it did.
Yeah, but it might have certain immunities. I'm trying to, like, golems are super tricky.
Because I think they'll list things generally that they would ordinarily have immunity towards under spell resistance, but for some reason they have a vulnerability to it.
If I dispel law, does that mean that we enter a state of anarchy?
I think so.
Okay. Sorry, it just popped up and I was looking for dispel.
Well, these hierarchies are just, they don't make sense if you think about it.
So
That's-
would it make a difference if I cast that as at a 7th level as opposed to a 3rd level?
Oh man, where does it say that stuff?
I think for most spells, that just changes the
The DC.
It's the
yeah the
save,
target
isn't it?
number.
Okay.
Yeah, the save DC
Um,
That's what I thought.
or variables within it that are based on level.
well, I'd say that you know enough about magic and about these things to know that that's not going to do anything.
Not going to work? All right.
No.
So if I can change of plans then, as
It doesn't-
I will.
Essentially, it doesn't work because it doesn't work against a creature, right? So even though there's like probably some magic that went into the creation of this thing, once that was done, it's a creature now, and it's not a
Not an
magical
object.
effect. So yeah, you know that wouldn't work unless you think that there is some additional magical effect that's been put on it that you're trying to dispel.
Well, and
but there's
that's-
been no evidence of that.
Yeah, and that was what I was originally thinking was like there's got to be a spell that was powering this thing is trying to target that, but if it wouldn't work out, then I will instead, I don't think I can reach it in one go. All right, so can I instead have clicked my haste boots?
Yeah.
And then I think I could reach it with a charge at that point from where I was at, because I would be 8.
There's
As
an
soon as you hit
entangle
the
in way.
entangle, you'll
Oh,
stop.
that's
though
right. Your thing.
you can't. You can't charge through there.
Always jump.
Yeah.
Jump
How many feet? It
tackle.
looks like 20 feet from the edge of the entangle.
Yeah, if you're, what is it? Has he?
And he
done
only has to
anything
go
else?
in 10 because he's got reach.
So if you're going fast enough, like I don't know if Bren,
Although, could he charge down those stairs?
I guess technically not.
No.
he's pretty strong though. Like
All right. So instead, I will double move.
You know,
And
has
that
to
would
use one
put
of your.
me right at the edge of it.
So what was the question? Could you?
I don't
Charge
think I
or-
could charge down the stairs.
Just depends on whether the stairs put a movement penalty or not. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that they do.
well, like for charging, like it might be considered like unstable
That's true.
or something like that. Sort of terrain,
Rough
type of thing.
terrain.
Rough terrain. Yeah.
Okay. So you're moving here. All right. Anything else for you? That's it for
Nope,
you.
that should have been it. Shout back at Rohan to get rid of this.
The entangle?
Yes.
Get your blasted spell
I'm
out
not
of
sure
here.
I can.
You should be able to dispel your own spell.
It has
It
to be
depends.
dispellable.
Is it?
That's what I'm checking on.
It does have the little D or the capital
It does
D.
have the D.
The D.
Mm.
It's got the D
Use
in the
that
end.
D to get rid of this entangle.
Dismiss your pagan magic.
Those, might be closer to the way it gets there.
Does cleric have entangle? Druid, plant, ranger.
I don't know.
Plant is technically.
Oh, it's a
cleric
domain,
spell.
right? But he
Yeah.
doesn't have plant domain, so he would.
No.
His enemies could use plant, and he could hate it all the more.
Well, as we found out when he wasn't on our party sheet, he is one of the enemies.
No, he's just not in a party with us. He's in a party with Corleone.
Which
Yeah.
I'll make some sort of compromise not to fight that party.
Corleone Larethian does kind of sound like a mafia mob.
Plus, I've made a
name.
divine character, so I kind of know like what they're capable of.
Hmm.
I had like 90 something divine ranks. It was insane.
Well, that was a bunch of BS on some of that stuff.
Right, but even so,
normally
even if
it would be like 20,
right.
and there was some other stuff that was changed. So
But I think the main ones, because I remember looking at them. So if you took one of like the big ones, they usually had what, like 10 to 15
those were like big deities.
divine ranks.
Yeah, like I think Ao was the most
yeah.
with 20.
And Coralon being like a principal one, he probably would have been pretty high up there.
Yeah, but like I think Shar is the highest divine rank in Faerun, other than Ao, and she's like 18. I think.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
kind of running I think it was the mask. I can't remember what the guy's name is,
Uh-huh.
but he had just the one divine rank. I was kind of like testing him mentally against your crew at the time. And because I was wondering when I could actually start pushing you guys into facing like an actual deity from Faerun.
All right. So then,
Yes.
Ways.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
let's see. So that would be. All right. So, Rohan, you just noticed that your wind wall just disappears.
Okay. Which means they got a mage or something that dispels magic.
And then
Like
this human there by the pillar, he's still aiming at you, Fenrith. And he's going to take multiple shots at you with his rifle. And so we've got a hit, an automatic hit, but not a critical. So 2 hits for 8 and 10. Resisted down to 8 damage from your damage reduction that you take from those shots there. And you can see a goblin step out from a pillar on the other side of the hallway there. Also take an aim at you with his musket. And he will take a shot. And he hits for 3 damage. And Rohan.
All right. So I'll do as Fenris says and dispel the pointer here. If I can get a hold of it. Center.
Can you click anywhere and do the remove all markers one and it drops all your markers?
Yeah, you just right click and then hit the pointers and then
remove
pointers.
There
There
we
you go.
All right. So then I will change my target from the law enforcer to the goblin ranger. Private. Second
Okay.
class. The one that walked into my wind wall before it disappeared.
Yeah, right there at the corner.
Yeah. And let's see. I'll do deadly aim. So I think I've got that on me. Yeah, deadly aim is up. I'll get a +4 for my favorite enemy for Goblin Ranger, which will negate that -4 from the deadly aim. And then I will do a full volley at him.
All right, so we're sending 4 arrows down the hallway at him.
Yep.
One of them misses, but the 3 others hit.
Okay. And should automatically put the +8 damage, but then favorite enemy will add another 4. They're the 3 damages. 26, 28, and 30.
Yeah, so that one had 1 hit point left.
Okay. I might have overdone it.
So basically, you shoot anime arrows at him, and they slice him to just blood on a white screen.
I imagine they all stuck in.
How far have you gotten in Fire Emblem, Justin? Enough to get the archer ring?
No, not yet. Apparently.
Well,
Oh.
when you get that, that's what I imagine that looks like.
All right. Anything else for you, Rohan?
No, that'll be my round. I'll continue trying to keep partial coverage.
Okay. Now, Casimir, fortitude save.
Yes, sir.
Fortitude
Wow.
it up.
Fortituding.
Fortituder.
Okay, so you can move half speed.
All right. Move 20 feet up.
All right, so you continue pushing forward. This thing seems to be getting heavier and heavier. But let's see.
Is this like the punishment of Sissel Fist, something like that? Pushing that boulder up the mountain?
No, it's cosplay.
All right, so first step,
Sisyphus, I believe.
Yeah.
a scythe comes out of the wall and slices into you.
You should have jumped.
If you're LARPing down the hallway here, you got people coming out with cardboard cutout saws.
It's all in my mind.
Throwing sparkles at you, the glitter
Uh,
for magical effects.
Next step, a log
lightning bolt.
swings out of the other wall.
Jeez. Who made this?
Oh, but he's kind of a jerk.
But it
I know.
deflects off of your armor. Third step, an axe swings out of the floor. But that one also deflects off your armor. And on your last step, right at the threshold into that room,
A dragon comes swinging out of the corner.
I was going to say a dragon head comes down out of the ceiling.
A
No.
dragon with a bunch of scythes attached to it.
a
And logs.
pitchfork
Uh,
comes out of the floor.
it's a dragon that breathes scythes.
And
But,
pitchforks.
That's not able to penetrate your armor either.
Nice. Because I'm kind of getting woozy here, guys.
Yeah, I've been watching your hit point on the party
It
sheet.
was that arrow volley that really got me.
All right, so as you step to, so you end at the end of that hallway there. And
All right.
then Graham.
Yeah, so like a little kid following his older brother, I'll zip after Fenrith, put another round of the healing on him. And I also want to note that I am using him as soft cover, if that becomes important. So use magic device. Ooh, that was
Ooh, that was
almost a
close.
one. Here's the healing. And after all that, I'll turn my haste off.
Okay.
And that'll do it for me.
We'll roll a percentile.
Okay, what do we get? 17.
Oh, no.
Man, you're rolling low.
Getting good.
Get all those out for you, Game Master, again.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to see those as enemies in Call of Cthulhu.
Yep. That very well could have been an extreme hit on
Yeah.
a Call of Cthulhu enemy.
If I was Game Master, I'd just save them all.
All right, then roll another percentile.
Uh-oh. That means I went down the list tree. Here we go. 68.
Ah, come on, add one. Nice.
Okay, so yeah, you step forward and you cast you use that wand on Fenrith, and it does heal him, but you can feel that it like discharges much more powerfully than normal. Like, you know what it feels like when the wand goes off, but this time it's like way more powerful. Now the healing effect is not increased, so that's not where that power went. But then as you go to like step back, or as you finish that, you feel this intense pain in your hands, and they before your eyes they change into lobster pinchers,
No.
both of them.
Do I get a natural attack?
Yeah. But you drop the wand and you're looking at your hands.
You also need to yell that it wasn't meant to be me. And point to Fenrith.
Right. It wasn't meant to be me. Click, 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 click.
This is going to cause some
Lobster
panic here.
pincher. Well, my hope is that I would, that I just kept making you bigger. So it'd be like, honey, I blew up the kids, where they had a big toddler, a big cleric on the loose.
That's kind of the same.
I gotta get a teddy bear attached to a helicopter to lull you to sleep.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Teddy bear.
Okay. So that's your turn. So yeah, you've got these lobster pincers here, and
I'm a monster.
so this law enforcer will stomp forward and attack you with the slam,
Run away.
Fenrith.
I run and bounce off the wall because I don't realize I move sideways now.
Hope it's permanent.
Would be awesome.
But misses. And Fenrith, your turn.
All right. I will 5 foot forward or something like that just to get within range. And then I will full attack and, I will full attack and Can you do a swift action if you've done a 5 foot? What is a swift action?
I think it's like the same as a free action. You can just do it anytime, right? Like even on somebody else's turn.
But I think you're limited to like one round.
Right? Yeah.
So it's either that or 5 foot, right?
Well, I don't know if it takes away the free action you get on your turn. Good question.
What say you, Brandon?
A swift action is like something that takes very, very little time, but it's a little bit more effort than a free action. So you can do one per turn without affecting your ability to do other actions. So in that regard, it's like a free action. But you can only do one single swift action per turn, regardless of what other actions you take. And you can take a swift action anytime you'd normally be able to do a free action. So it's for stuff like spellcasting, activating a feat or magic item or something.
Yeah, I want to use my cleric domain power weapon master and gain the greater vital strike feat
Okay.
for 8 rounds.
That's
I
from
already
your
have
cleric
vital-
domain?
Yeah, I already have the vital strike and improved vital strike.
All right. And I think that's actually...
Or I guess it would be 14 rounds, sorry, that I could have it.
Yeah, so unless otherwise noted, activating a domain power is a standard action.
Well, it says at 8th level as a swift action, you gain the use of 1 combat feat for a number of rounds per day equal to your cleric level. The rounds don't need to be consecutive, and you can change the chosen each time.
What's this one
you
called?
use the ability. Weapon Master.
Okay. And that's from the war domain?
Yeah, I believe I got that one from the war domain. Because good domain, I think I got Holy Lance.
Okay. There you go. Okay, so which feat are you trying to gain use of?
Greater Vital Strike.
Okay.
Because I have the first 2 already. I took those as the feats that we'd gotten for switching over to Pathfinder.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so is the first attack will use the Greater Vital Strike.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. That's a hit. So roll the weapon's damage dice for the attack 4 times. So just the damage dice.
Yeah, and then the other ones. So do you want me to do like because there's no 60s? Oh, custom dice.
There's no what?
That's not right. I'm trying to figure out how to get that many dice.
Well, what is your weapon? 2d6?
It's 2d6, so it should be an 8d6 total, and then I can roll, and then 8d6 plus 6, and then I can roll the 1d6 fire.
Yeah, so just do that, and then I'll apply it to the. So just go grab the dice. You know where you got the dice on the bottom of your screen. So you just left click to grab it, and then right click until you've got as many as you want. Okay.
And then the extra 6 from my strength is not included in that one.
Right. So you roll the damage dice 4 times, then you add bonuses from strength and weapon abilities. So 6 from your strength, and then roll. What is it for your fire? 1d8.
1d6.
Yeah, roll that. Roll a d6.
Oh.
Okay. So 34 damage total.
All right. And then I will finish with my other 2 attacks plus my 1 haste attack.
Okay. So let me add that on there. So.
Did I break 100 damage there?
No. Well, not once it's resistances and stuff.
Before resistance, though. I think I did.
Yeah, what did you have? 47, 70, 75, something like that. 80, 90. Yeah, you would have broke 100. All right, so you step forward and you slice into this thing with your sword, and you're definitely doing damage to it, you can tell. I mean, it does have some resistances, but you're still peeling away at its plating. So anything else for your turn?
No, that should be a full round there.
Okay. All right, so that won't work. All right, so the ranger down there will continue taking shots at you, Fenrith. So 1 hit for 10 damage there, resisted down to 5, and then the other one also take another shot at you. and he'll do 5 damage to you. And then back to Rohan.
Okay, so if I take a 5-foot step out from behind this pillar, can I see the human ranger?
You'll have to see. Can you?
Well, it shows him on the map. I just don't know if he's taking cover or anything else that...
Yeah, so if you step out to here, I don't know why it's showing you on the map. You shouldn't be able to see him. I mean, it's like a straight line, and he's... Well, yeah, I'd say you can see him a little. He definitely would have partial cover.
Okay, which my...
which wouldn't mean anything, but...
I'd negate that.
But I guess technically under the rules...
As he... Okay, so I'll try and time it as he's leaning out to fire at Fenrith.
Okay.
And I'll do a full volley at him. I'm going to drop my deadly aim, though, with that. So I don't get the -4, but I will get a penalty for range increment. And let's see, that's, just over, right at 200 feet. So then, full volley at him. And first one being the multi-shot. So if the first one hits, it's 2 arrows. Or the one with the highest modifier. So that 29.
Okay, so yeah.
Dang.
So we have 1 hit.
Okay, and that was the first one, so that's 2 arrows for 16 and 20 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you do send some arrows sailing down there that thunk into him. You can hear him shout in pain.
I wonder if this is the same jerk that was hitting me in the forest. All right, and that'll be my turn. On to Casimir.
You need to get a spell that can mark enemies. That's just permanent. It doesn't do anything else. It's just you can see the mark, so you know if you've seen them before.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be able to sleep at night.
No, I just have to kill all human rangers now because one of them offended me at some point.
I'm fine with that.
Just like I have to kill all vampires because one of them got away from us, and ogre mages, and...
I'm fine with ogre mages, for sure. Vampires are fun. We just need to wait for daytime.
All right, Casimir, you can move quarter speed.
All right.
So you step up to the base of this, and basically it's like a platform, a smaller version of what you grabbed this giant golden ball from.
Okay.
And so you're not able to put it up on there this turn. But as you step in, the lights, there's some magical lights turn on, and they bathe this room in light, and you can see this giant mirror, but it's too tall for you to actually see the reflection in it because it's up on this pedestal, but you can see, and you can't angle your head up high enough to get a good look at it because of the weight of this thing on your back, but you can definitely see what it's attached to there. And but no more traps appear to cause you damage.
That's the greatest trap of all. Now it's all in my head.
Okay, and then Graham. So you got your lobster pinchers here.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm like, I'll kind of click them, see how they feel. How much damage do they do, Brandon?
Well, it would do 1d4
Weak pinchers.
plus strength.
Okay. I was just getting my attacks set up for my new life. Fenrith, just so you know, I left the rod back here if you need it. Did you hear me?
Well, I guess if you're going to have a natural attack, having it as a rogue would be the best because you can still get your sneak attack with your natural.
And weapons finesse still works with it too.
Nice.
So I'll tell him I dropped the rod there, and let's see what to do next. Oh, what happened to my rings?
Yeah, so they've basically just turned into bigger versions.
Oh, right, because the magic aspect are like around they're like
around
bracelets or something, or maybe the top part of the pincher.
Around the top part of it, yeah.
Okay, well, I will scoot up to behind this pillar for now, and I'll fumble. I'll try to get the dagger blood tooth out with the pincer, but if it seems like it's going to be difficult, then I'll reanalyze the situation.
Gotta be careful. He might get jealous.
All right. He'll turn my natural weapons, which I can't use, into something else. So I'll just have 2 puff balls for hands. Every time I hit thing, it'll scatter the puff everywhere, or the spores. Yeah, I'll move up behind that pillar and take cover behind there.
Okay.
You need to get your legs turned into pincers too. Then you can take multi-attack.
That would be nice. What? How many more attacks? You can just do all of your natural attacks,
Yeah.
and then I have my offhand. How does my offhands work?
They all count as off. You have one main hand, and then
Right.
everything else is your offhand
Gotcha.
for multi-weapon.
So that would give me 2. I'd be doing 7 attacks then. Because if I had haste, I'd have 3 from my main,
Yep.
and then I get an additional one from one of the offhands, and then each of the offhand ones. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then there's multiple levels to all those
Right.
too. So eventually you could become like John's Ranger, except more so.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the dagger will work. I figure that's worth an action, and that will use up my turn.
All right. So you go over here and you're trying to see if you can properly hold
Right.
Bloodtooth. All right.
If it seems like it's going to be at severe disadvantage to fight with it, then we'll have to go pincers.
Yeah. So as you go over there and you're trying to work this out, you hear and you feel just the most intense laughter, like in your mind, from Bloodtooth. It's like the kind that where people can't breathe properly and that they're in danger of literally dying from laughter. So you can see that Bloodtooth begins like morphing a bit, and you can sort of see that it would end up as something that would fit perfectly, but the laughter continue, and then it just reverts back to its normal.
Maybe it's like the full hand guard, so I'm actually putting
Yeah.
the top part of my pinch in there, and it's kind of locking in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe I got like monkey grip now. Try to take this away from me. All right,
But
okay.
yeah, so
this isn't too bad. I feel like I'm losing sanity though.
You should be, especially with him laughing at you like that. It's demoralizing.
I've been abused by him for so long that if he acts nice, which has never happened, then
This
it would
is
be more.
This is
sanity.
Brandon's long game though,
Right.
because you took his hand as Dr. Andrews.
Right.
Now he's taking your hands.
Ah, you like to play with hands.
Mess with a man's profession, will ya?
I've been looking at all the different sayings and phrases that use the word pinch, so that I can now pun all the time. Like
What have
Rohan,
you
take
found?
this with a pinch of salt, Fenrith. But
Why are you
my
such a penny pincher?
Right.
all right. Anything else for you, Graham?
No, that was it.
Okay.
Turn in all your hero points. Brandon walks over and just rips your hero amulet off your neck.
All right. So Fenrith, this law enforcer will attack you with 2 slams, and one of them hits for 22 damage, and then it's your turn.
Did that make me bleed?
Let's see. That would put you at. Well, yeah, you'd be bleeding out of your face.
But is it your
All right.
own blood?
As I will cast defensively. What is that? Oh, they got rid of concentration.
Oh no, that's right above your casting area. It's CC, concentration check. right?
There it is.
Don't worry,
Oh,
Fenrith.
no.
Use. Oh no.
Does natural 1 count on concentration checks? Because that was still good. I don't know if it was good enough for his DC, whatever he's doing. But
I don't know. Is it like a skill? I guess
It,
Nine
it
more.
is. Yeah, it's a skill, but it would still be enough to. Do it.
I'm not sure if Pathfinder has auto failure on skills. I don't think 3.5 did.
All right. So what are you trying to do?
Just cast a spell defensive, so I don't provoke an attack of opportunity.
So what spell are you trying to cast?
Blood tentacles.
All right. So that
15 plus double spell. Is that right?
yeah. And what level is that? Let's see. Cleric.
Oh, is it
5.
double spell on this?
Yeah. So it'd be 25 is what you need.
So it would still provoke.
Yeah. And it will take that attack against you.
You lose the spell if you fail.
Let's see.
Might be looking at the wrong rule set too.
No, you got it. If you fail the check, you lose the spell, just as if you had cast it to no effect.
All right.
So that's not.
Bit
Yeah.
different.
So. Mm-hmm.
I seem to remember that happening that way in D&D, right? You're either casting it defensively or you're not casting it if you you fail a concentration check and you lose the whatchamacallit. It doesn't go forward.
Yeah.
Whereas the other option is you attempt to cast the spell and you potentially get hit, at which point you make a concentration check versus the damage dealt plus spell level or something.
Yeah. All right. So so it will take that attack, but misses. But yeah, so you've spent that spell.
It wouldn't have gotten attack opportunity because he never cast it. He just failed it.
Yeah, but that's what he was trying to do.
The other way, because if we do it that way, then if I didn't get hit, the spell would still go off, wouldn't it?
Even if you were just casting normally, there's still a chance the spell would go off even if you were hit. It's just a different type of concentration check, right? It's not like a grapple where the grapple can fail.
All right. And then, let's see. So this guy, what has he got? Let's see. No, that's too close. Okay. All right. And then, let's see. The ranger, he will continue to take shots at Fenrith. And all of his attacks miss this time. And then this goblin, still happy to be alive, take a shot as well. And hits for 10 damage. And now we're back to Rohan.
All right. So
Wait, was it just you, was it just Casimir that had spells made permanent on them?
Yeah,
I didn't have any.
Okay.
So yeah, do kind of that 5-foot step forward and out into the. Why does it keep dropping it? Out and into the more center of the room,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can try and get a better bead on that ranger down there. Once again, range increment, and yeah, once again, full volley of arrows at him. With the first one being 2 arrows.
All right. First attack missed. The second attack hits, and the rest miss as well.
Okay, so yeah, just 1 arrow hits him. Ooh, that's nearly max damage for that.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. And then Casimir.
Alrighty. I'm there, right? Do I still need to move forward or?
Nope. You just have to spend this turn getting this globe up onto that pedestal.
Okay. So how do I go about that? I'll attempt to lift it and
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing to do there. You just
set it down.
Just say you do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll set the globe upon the pedestal.
All right. So you set that on there, and like where you found it, it hovers just an inch or so off of that. But all the light in this room becomes more radiant and starts reflecting off of that mirror up there. And now that you don't have this giant thing on you, you can look at that mirror, and as you watch it, you can see that it's actually liquid.
Okay.
And so it does reflect. You can see like light reflecting off of it, but as you look at it more closely, you can see that it also seems to be a window
Okay.
to something else. But that's what you can see from where you are.
All right. Dice. Do I have moves still, or it was putting the globe on there?
Yeah, that would take up your turn.
Okay.
All right, Graham.
Okay, so now that I'm back in the fight, I got my blood tooth, so I'll move out behind cover here. Yep, weapons holding weapons. I can't see where he is. I know roughly where he is, so I'm moving out to behind the construct there. Don't worry, Fenrith, we got him in a pincer attack.
Nice.
If you critical, do you hit with both of them?
I don't know. Right. Both weapons at once. And I'll thrust Bloodtooth towards him in a single attack. I'll also click my haste boots on. I already put haste on me, Brandon. And
How many rounds of that do you have left?
8 now. There's also something else I need to put on myself because I will fight defensively. Okay, let's get my targets right. All right, Law Enforcer. 1 attack. A miss. I didn't put flanking on it though, so 29.
That would hit.
Okay, cool. And we determined I could sneak attack, but at least with the last ones we fought, but that my bleeding and staggering effects did not work.
Right.
Okay, so here's the sneak. Sorry. Deduct 13, Brandon. I hit the wrong macro. There's the sneak attack.
So many dice.
Okay.
I want to see you get like a full dual wielding, full round, all hit
Yeah.
sneak attack.
What I'll do next round if nothing disastrous happens, and that'll use up my turn.
Okay. All right. So this law enforcer gives you stab it in the back a couple of times and do some pretty good damage to it. So it'll turn around and swing its arm at you in a slam attack.
Not what I expected.
Can I try and distract it?
Oh, 42? Oh, man.
That was just
I
a
gotta
hit.
quit playing the defense game.
See, it's only half your hit points.
26 damage to you. And then let's see, a -2.
See, this is why I wanted to get that ring that lets me share my hit points with
Right,
you.
'Well,
I'll
it's not as
shout
bad as
that
it
I'm
might
casting
have
a
been.
spell. I know how much it hates that.
Well, hurry up. I'm in a pinch over here.
And then it'll do its other slam against you, Fenrith.
You need to take the claws away before we rise up against Graham.
Don't worry, there's only so many. So I think I only got like 12 more I can work in. I guess that's way too many, but
I can
just so you guys can keep a counter going.
I can justify this as Casimir too. Casimir isn't
Yeah.
going to put up with any.
So it hits you with that for 19 damage, resisted down to 14, Fenrith. And that's that thing's turn.
You always
And now, Fenrith, it's your turn.
start changing.
All right, I will forego trying to cast the spell, although it might be worth it. I'll go with another full attack on it, same as the first time.
Okay.
So this is the Greater Vital Strike attack.
It's a hit.
Sorry, apparently it didn't roll. It just looked like it on my screen.
What didn't?
Oh, if you don't like have your mouse moving when you let go of the dice, then they just fall and don't
Yeah.
actually roll.
I tried.
No,
I was-
it was since it wasn't hovered over the chat window, they just
Yeah.
like exploded all over the screen, and
All right.
then nothing happened.
So then do me a favor. Don't roll any other attacks yet until I get this figured
Okay.
out. So it's 33 minus.
I kept trying to drop mine into the input, the chat input when we started. I just
So
kept getting
18.
pissed. But Travis, you can start changing words that sound like claw, or so like, "Hey, I'm clawing to you."
Yeah,
Okay.
you've just been focusing on pinch.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you do some pretty serious damage with that attack.
All right, and then did you add the +6 as well for my strength?
Yeah.
And you've got a
All
whole
right,
other
so
round.
here's my
Crabby.
other attacks.
Go away. I'm feeling crabby.
Okay. So attack number 2 is a miss. Number 3 is a hit.
And then my haste
And-
attack.
You can join forces with the cat. Now that you both have claw attacks.
Okay. So yeah, a couple more hits are a little less substantial than that first one, but they still slice into it. Anything else for you?
Nope, that should be it. Is all. I'll tell it that if it turns away again, I'll cast another spell.
Okay.
I don't know if it works or not, but I mean, might as well.
I just picture these things like triggering on like drunken speech. You know, spellcasting detector.
You're all right, Construct. I don't care what they say. But
Magic is illegal.
hey, now I'm trying to make peace with you. Laser beam just right through the middle of his forehead. He's standing there with a smoking hole. Topples over slowly.
All the alcohol inside him gets ignited, though.
Comes a torch. Looks like when those natural gas buses go up where they're shooting flames out to the side.
Ah,
Or like when we taped all those sparklers together,
Right.
and we got like a 20-foot tall torch.
those are some of the most disappointing ones I've ever been because for some reason I expect a bunch of firework grindings to explode,
Yeah,
and it just makes colors.
we did have that one that we blew up that had like a 30-foot fireball of sparkly things.
Yeah.
That one was,
Send everybody scattering.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you got like a 1 out of 20 of
Yeah.
your firework contraptions that actually do something
The
great.
snakes were
Yeah.
good. I remember Travis tied them into a bunch of knots, and they just all go up. But
Snakes.
There's the rope of the crack, like, the little green crackling balls.
Yeah.
It was like that, but they were in a long rope.
Oh.
So you light one and then they kind of go down. But if you put knots in it, it would make like,
Oh.
there's a big.
Can't have fun anymore with fireworks. If you're not losing fingers, what's the point? I mean, look at Graham. He's got claws now.
I'm okay. Clack, clack, clack. I'm just fast forwarding to the end of combat scene where you guys are holding me down and amputating my claw hands.
No, let me return to the sea.
He is the hero of the sea, so he might just... Next thing, I'll be sprouting feathers and...
Oh, no, he's going to go full Davy Jones. Why is he going to grow an octopus like beard? Don't ask me, but that sort of seems to be how sea creatures work, right?
Yep.
Oh, he's technically like part dragon now, isn't he?
No,
not
yet.
that we know of,
Nothing
but
game effect.
not that we know of yet. But
Yeah. I think that's the path. I forget now.
Well,
Pretty sure because I went with the.
isn't
yeah, the power.
What is it, like those, aren't there like dragonkin like sea turtles? He's just a dragonkin
Oh, yeah,
lobster,
yeah.
basically.
All right. So down in that room, a little ways away, I'll say Graham and Fenrith, you both hear some chanting in that room down there.
Ritual magic.
You're very all right, guys.
And
I think that's what dwarven clerics sound like. Drunk.
all right. So then,
Their spells are cast just by rubbing parts of their beard together.
That is the holy language, is the sound of the hair fibers.
Yeah, the rustling of a dwarven beard.
It echoes throughout the entire beard nexus. So technically, anytime one dwarven cleric casts a spell anywhere in any metaverse, all dwarves cast that spell in their location,
Or they lend their power to the spell, enhancing
which becomes an infinite loop.
it. Yeah.
I like it.
So
But
every dwarven cleric spell actually shatters the cosmos.
yeah, the fact that that's what made the cosmos, it's still shattering. That's why every time you play a new game, you're able to. It's
yeah,
not-
so you can hear some chanting going on down there, and then Fenrith, you feel some magical effects begin to settle down on you, but just as quickly they slip away.
it's clawdering time.
Then the ranger takes some more shots.
They just need to downward spiral worse and worse and worse.
But his shots just deflect off of your shield and your armor, and then this lone goblin bravely standing out here will change its aim to you, Graham.
Don't do it.
I feel like he's taunting me with that goblin.
Rifle visibly shaking.
I'll call the goblin
Catch the.
the ugliest creature I've ever seen. Cast a spell.
And 9 damage to you, Graham, from that shot.
Okay.
And then Rohan.
I'm sorry, Graham. I couldn't get you out of that pinch.
All right, so continue. So that would be another 5 foot from where I was trying to move last time.
Okay.
Still
That-
targeting that ranger.
Thank God for my chitin. Wait a minute, Graham.
That just means that it's clobbering time.
Wait, where did you?
Hold on a second, Fenrith. I thought we had a clause in our charter. That means you have to help me.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, once again, full rapid shot with the many shot on the first attack. Ooh,
Sometimes
potential
I hear
critical.
you say mini shot.
Not confirmed.
Yeah, that's.
All right. So what's
So
Just shoot
2
regular.
hits.
2 hits?
Shoot regular size arrows, not the small ones.
And one of them was the first one, so that one will have an extra arrow to it.
I was telling John about this a while back. I think it's a glitch in Elden Ring where when you're hit with an arrow, it like triples
Okay.
in size.
Really?
Yeah, it becomes this
So,
huge arrow. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
that's
So that's how I picture Justin's working.
so. Yeah, 3 more arrows strike into him.
All right. Yeah, so you can see those sink into him past his armor, and he doubles over in pain. And is that it for your turn?
Yep, that was it.
Okay, Casimir.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do?
All right, so this mirror became a window.
Yeah, it's like from your angle, you can sort of see that it is reflective, but It also looks like you can see through it to something else, somewhere else.
All right. I'll double move up to it and look into,
Yeah, so as you
pass through. I don't know if I
you
can.
basically walk up these steps to stand in front of it, and then it becomes easier to see that you're looking into. It's basically a room with a round table. That's got some figures seated around it, and it looks from here like nothing's happening there. It looks like everyone's frozen.
Can I try to pass through this?
Yeah.
I'll put my hand up to it and see if I can.
Yeah, you can. Like you push your hand through, and then it has sort of a liquid feel. Kind of like a Stargate.
Yeah, in I go.
Okay. All right, Graham.
All right, let's unload on this guy. All 5 of my attacks. Here we go. This is the main hand. We got 1 hit.
1 hit, yep.
And the offhand, another hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so damage. There's dagger damage and the sneaks.
Nice.
You rip that thing apart, man.
Yeah, so So you start laying into this thing, and before you know it, like you're stabbing through wires and cables and crystals, and there's like these loud pops and stuff, and then it just, whatever's animating it ceases to be, and then it just slumps over and remains still there.
Yeah, and I'll take a 5 foot down to the south to end my turn.
Okay. And Fenrith.
All right, I'm going to single move.
I don't know if Graham's turn can end without him making a claw pun.
I thought about it, but yeah.
And we find the channel energy here.
We need to find an elvish god for you to worship named Claudius.
Oh, so horrible. It's so great.
All right, so this will hit me and Graham.
Claws in effect right there.
Right.
I don't think my channel energy option stayed when I created it last. I'm just going to roll the 7d6, though. So you'll need to add this back as hit points, Graham.
Okay.
So we each get 23 hit points back.
Takes me down to 45 wounds.
And that should be it for my turn.
All right. Okay, so you hear some more chanting coming from this room in front of you, Fenrith and Graham. And once again, Fenrith, you can feel, some magical effect trying to take hold on you, but it slips away. And then this ranger steps back out of...
Artillery range.
Yeah.
Let's see how brave the goblin is.
But I'll take 3 shots at Fenrith here. 1 hit. 13 damage. Goblin takes another shot at you, Graham, and does 4 damage to you. And then Rowan.
All right, so okay. Still target rangers, so clear targets. I'll target that goblin.
Gappin.
Okay.
So let's see. I will add on deadly aim because I hate goblins.
Mm-hmm.
There's deadly aim. I get a +4 for favorite enemy, -2 for range, so it drops to just a +2. And I will do a full volley. Oh, 2 potential criticals. Neither confirmed.
Oh. Hero point it.
No, they're on my lower end ones. So let's see, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that hit was my main shot, which has 2 arrows. So
Okay.
4 arrows altogether. Oh, I forgot the +4 for 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So, yeah.
Nice.
So these arrows stick into him and take him to
Extra.
-57.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you love to see it.
That's where goblins belong.
Yes.
So he drops dead there. And Casimir, so you lose track of time. You get the sensation that you're moving in a direction, but you can't see or hear. Like, you lose all sensations otherwise. You can't see or hear or smell anything. And so you don't have any idea how long it took before you step out into a room from a mirror, and then, looking back, you can sort of see the room you just came from. And so the room you're in is relatively simple. It's round in construction. It's got a round table. It has a really large fireplace, and then some cupboards and things of that nature. But the dominating feature here is this round table upon which are seated, let's see, nine figures. Now, these are elven. They're all obviously elven, but, one of them you recognize right away is Tarcellus, and the rest, they have their own features. They're obviously deities. They're not just regular elves. You don't recognize any of them, not being deep into the religion, but, it's just based off what Tarcellus is, it's clear that, that's what these are. And so they're all seated at this table, this round table, and their faces are like, all of their faces are stuck in like various expressions. Their hands are up in motions as though they were having a conversation, right, when they were frozen. And there's like a gray, washed out look to everything in this room. So the only thing that catches your attention would be the large fireplace that has wood set in it, but no fire burns there. And then Tarcellus is one of the figures there at this table. You don't recognize the others. But some of them do have like distinctive features, like one of them has like wings. One of the female figures there has wings. And then let's see, what's another one?
Any with claws?
One of them has like blue-green skin feature to it. Let's see. Another one has a sort of a resemblance, I'd say, to Tarcellus, but it's like this one's definitely dressed up like a ranger, like Tarcellus, one who spends most of their time out in nature or whatever with the bow and things like that. So anyway, so that's what you see in there. What do you do?
Man, I don't know. My first instinct is to just kind of I don't know if that'd be as a player, as Casimir in this case, but it'd be like announcements type stuff, like wrap the old trident on the ground and, basically, like Seldarine, your children need you type of thing. See if that wakes them up.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess that's what Casimir will do. He'll kind of thump the butt of his trident on the ground several times, make it kind of ring out, hopefully, even though who knows, maybe the current state of this room might not allow it. And he'll say something to the lines of hark, hark, Seldarine, the children, your children need you. Coralon needs you.
Okay.
We'll see if it wakes them.
All right. Yeah. So you pound your trident on the floor there, and it's pretty loud, and it echoes for way longer than it ought to, right? But it doesn't draw any sort of reaction from these figures. They're all still stuck there. But you do notice that there is a bowl in the center of the table.
All right.
That looks like it has some sort of liquid in it.
Okay, let's go check it out then.
So, looking into that bowl, you've got it's hard to say because everything's grayed and washed out and has that strange look to it, but there is some sort of liquid in there. It has a sweet smell to it, right? And there's some writing on the side of it, on the side of the bowl. So you're examining that, trying to figure out what's going on here. But because of all of these deities here much bigger than normal elves. So is the table. So you basically got to climb up there like a kid, and you're crawling over to this bowl to look into it. And it's not, it's really heavy. It's not something you can just grab and move around, but there is some liquid in there.
Okay.
But basically that's what you're looking at when you do finally hear some sound in the room. And then you turn around and once again, you see the shade of Tarcellus, like even more faint than before, like barely there. And he's saying something. You can tell by the way that he looks, that he's putting all his effort into this. He's like shouting at you, but the words barely come across to your ears. But you think he's telling you to drink that.
Okay. I've seen if linguistics allowed me to read lips. I don't think it does. All right. I'll go with it. Yeah. Could I lift that pull, or is it too heavy?
It's too heavy, but there's like a ladle nearby.
Okay. Yeah.
That you can lift.
I'll lift up this great ladle.
Yeah.
And drink from it after dunking it in this bowl.
Okay. All right. So you take this ladle and you put it into this liquid and you drink it. And
does Tarcellus start going like, oh, no, you don't?
No. You lose sight of him. He's sort of faded out, but you take this large drink of this liquid and then do a fortitude save for me.
All righty. Yeah, there we go.
All right. So when you were a child, you and your friends, your fellow hero trainees, had a rare day off from your studies and your work because there was some festival that was about to happen, and so all the adults were busy and you all had a rare day off. And for whatever reason that day, you had all allowed Graham to talk you into, he knew where his dad kept the homemade whiskey that his dad made. He knew where he hid it because mom wouldn't allow it in the house. And you all let him talk you into sneaking that. And so you guys did. You found where he'd hidden it and you all drank it. And then, you lost all memory and you woke up in trouble with your master standing over you. And anyway, it was a terrible experience. And the only thing you remember from it, Casimir, was that as you drank that, it just, the fire that burned your soul away as it went down to your stomach was a memory that's never left you.
No.
And you feel that same thing this time as you drink this. It has a sweet taste, but as soon as you swallow it, it's like scouring your soul away. As it goes down to your stomach, instantly the world begins to shake and go dim, and then you lose consciousness.
All right.
You do have a vague notion that that as you lose consciousness, the sound of your head slamming against the table echoes for longer than it ought to when darkness takes you. Graham.
Yeah, so I'm going to delay my turn until initiative 11. So after John. Because John has told me that there's a mage somewhere.
Okay.
Or Fenrith, I should say. John told me that. Fenrith probably actually needs to tell me that.
All right. So Graham.
I said it in Elven.
Waiting for Fenrith. So Fenrith, Graham has ceded his turn to you, so it'll go your turn now.
All right. I will single move 40 feet and then cast Invisibility Purge, which will last for 14 minutes. Reveal a 70 foot radius around me. Anything that's invisible becomes visible.
Okay.
Graham, did you get a bad batch?
That's the true story.
It was actually formaldehyde.
It's not like they know what all does what. So,
all right. So you cast this. You stomp over here and you cast this spell, and it does reveal there's a robed human mage here.
Oh.
Holding a staff
Those sons of guns.
And then
And I
Graham.
will shout in Elven, Graham, now.
Okay, so I need to get like here, which I think might pass through as threatened, so I'll tumble through that. That way, if that pillar is made of stone, I can do the stone wall flanking against the wall flanking.
Okay.
And I'll lash out at him with blood tooth. No mages.
Does it have to be a non-magical wall?
I don't know. It just says stone. I'll take a look at it here
I was
after my
wondering,
attack and
'cause,
see
like,
what all
I
the
make
conditions are. Yeah, we could combo. All right. Single attack. Here we go.
Go Grant.
It's a hit.
Right.
Do you not
Damage.
have him targeted? Oh, no, you do.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Okay. All right, so you tumble forward there and stab him really good, and you can see the surprise on his eyes because he's suddenly visible to you, and he's bleeding heavily from his stomach now. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So he'll take a step back here and cast upon you a spell.
Does it look like he's got any metal on him? Like armor or
So-
anything?
He's a normal mage.
Necklaces made of metal?
1 second. So
Hopefully it's some polymorph spell.
He's
Complete
been
the
trying
look.
to do something with me. Damn it, Casimir. Although for this purpose, I don't think he would want that on him.
All wizards have one, John.
He's gonna regret.
How else do you have more rings?
So yeah, he
Nose
steps
ring.
back here and he
What?
casts a spell at you, Graham.
Oh, that was my will save?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Oh,
It's a good thing you raised
pretty
it.
Bad.
Could have been
Some
worse.
things never change.
yeah.
What would that have been? Would that have been a 2 before?
It would have been a -2, so
0?
Would have been a
Zero.
4.
all right with the 4. Yeah,
Mm.
so
All right, so he casts this spell on you, and you can, you feel that familiar sensation as magical energies sort of taking hold on you. But then you forget all about him, and you realize that for whatever reason, the one thing in the world that you want more than anything that you've ever wanted is Fenrith's breastplate. So,
Good luck getting that off anytime soon.
basically, so if the target, which is you, fails its saving throw, it becomes consumed by a powerful desire for the object. For the duration of the spell, the creature seeks to obtain the object, going so far as to attack anyone holding or wearing it. And so that will be 100% of your motivation.
okay.
Graham should be getting used to these kinds of
Yeah, I went
feelings.
for
I
a
was gonna
sword
say,
though
yeah.
in like the last combat or something.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to develop a tumor from all of the mind-altering spells.
I'm not actually a rogue because I steal things. I'm a rogue because I'm made to steal things by evil wizards. That's what I've been telling you guys this whole time. You don't believe me.
I don't think you're actually a rogue at all. I think you've just been mind-affected. You're actually the perfect plant.
Right.
I like to think that this is something that runs in the family too. So like all your family, like none of you are blood related.
Right. My mom's not my mom.
She's actually my grandma.
And they're all less skilled. Less like they were. Like I'm not as good as the last rogue.
Mm.
So in baseball they call that a pinch hitter.
Mm-mm.
That was a bit of a stretch to work that one in,
Nice. It took a little bit to get there, but you got it.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort.
All right, so this ranger here takes a potion and then darts off this way.
It needs to be like a level 1 AoE spell where you can immediately identify something that you've seen before.
Like the potion.
No, like a person.
Oh, tell whether or not I've faced this combo of mage and ranger before.
Well, like that specific one, that person.
Yeah,
Oh, I see the error that I made. It's time to fix that.
because I think I've run into several caster ranger combos that have torn me up.
Yeah, but the whole point is you don't want to just be vindictive against everyone.
Yeah.
You want to be vindictive against the ones that survive.
Well, at this point, it's probably everyone in their army.
Now I see why you could see that guy when you weren't supposed to be able to see him. I forgot to do the occluders on these pillars here.
Although I think with him leaning out to attack down the hallway, he still would have had to have been at least partially exposed.
All right. And then Rohan, back to you.
Okay, so I'll move one move action first, if I can get it to line up with the square, and see if I can see anybody to take a shot at, which is a no. So then another full move action.
I will shout to Rohan that there's a mage.
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Okay, Casimir, sweet release of unconsciousness. Fenrith, your turn.
I will wipe some of the blood from my face and slam it to my chest and cast blood tentacles again.
You already wiped all the blood away.
But I'm more bloody now.
Okay.
So
Blood
14,
tentacles.
15-foot tentacles will spring from my chest. I can use a standard action to have them attack a creature. 2d6 damage. They use my base attack bonus plus my constitution. It's higher. And then I gain temporary hit points based on the damage that they do. And they only last until they hit once, as each one.
Okay.
So with that, then I will move.
I'm starting to think he may not be a good guy.
Fenrith?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cleric. All clerics are evil. At least the ones I've seen.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
you move
all.
over to there. All right. Graham.
All right. So I gotta go after that breastplate of his. Do I have to violently get it from him to the start?
You'll do whatever you think is necessary to get it from him. Like, you have this overriding compulsion that you have to have that. It does say that you'll even attack if you need to.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm like, Fenrith, take your breastplate off. I got an idea.
Huh? It takes 10 minutes.
I'll help you. Here, where's the straps? I'll start like, oh, I got pincer hands. You're gonna have to do it on your own. I guess that's what I'll do. Is I'll start going for straps and stuff. Maybe I'll clip one. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So in this case, if I remember right, let me check something because I think you're onto something there. Because I thought there was a skill you could use to take someone's,
Kind of like a sunder or something.
like a sleight of hand.
Oh,
Well, if there isn't a particular one, like breaking it down mechanically, I guess I'm trying to, because I know in grapples you can remove items once you start winning them. I don't know if you could remove a breastplate, but we could be like, if I win it, I start unloosening a strap here and one there. You know, we could work it out over rounds or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's how we'd do it. Yeah.
But if you want me to roll a nat 20 sleight of hand and that gets his breastplate off,
Huh?
I could also try that.
they kind of got stuff set up for that, or if you wanted to now, I guess, with the, was it the CMB?
Right. So yeah, basically, I guess I'm starting the move into his threatened space touch attack part of the grapple. So he might react as someone would when they start trying to take your clothes and stuff
Get
off.
your weird claw hands away from me. Gross.
But what's it start with the touch attack, right?
Well, it's CMB now.
CMB attack.
Yeah, versus his defense.
Okay.
I believe everything is that now.
So I'll
for
get
special
that out
stuff.
there if we need it.
Yeah. So we'll do grapple. So it's a combat maneuver.
Against a giant.
Right.
So he's going to probably have some bonuses to his defense.
All right, it's taking too long. It'll go quicker if I just clip that there.
Why are you moving around, Fenrith? You're not claustrophobic, are you?
Do you have improved grapple?
I do not, so I provoke the attack if he wants to take it.
Yeah, but So anyway, Fenrith, you do see, Graham has moved up and he's starting to like reach for the buckles and clasps on your breastplate there.
Okay. Sorry to have to do this, Graham.
Do what?
This is a greater vital strike. Can I do this as a non?
Dude, just grapple him back.
Killing? Well, I have to be able to attack this mage too, because I can knock him out in one go if I do it as subdual.
What was it? It was -4 from your normal attack
So
in
what, a
D&D,
30?
but I don't know if that's the same in this.
Currently, yes, a 30 would hit.
Let's see. Pathfinder knocking.
So you're gonna do an attack on him?
Yeah, is try and do a subdual,
All right, so that's a hit.
I'll turn.
and then +6 to that. Can I suppress the flame?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
38 plus 6, you say?
Yeah.
So 44 damage to you, Graham.
Yes.
And then
Whoa, calm down, Fenrith. I think the wizard put a spell on you. You're attacking me.
So normally what would happen there is now you would roll your combat maneuver,
Right,
and
so
you
I
would
got that 17.
and you would reduce that number by the damage you had been dealt against
So-
his combat maneuver defense. But there's no way that we need to
I
roll
don't
that now.
have any
'cause-
damage.
Yeah.
Or don't have any left.
Anyway, so there you go. That, and then that'd be it for you.
I'm
In
calling.
many ways.
I will heal you after. I'm sorry.
I'm calling BS if Graham talks to Fenrith for a month after this.
Yeah,
so
it's going to
he-
take quite a
Why?
bit to.
He gets special treatment. I am the only one that gets the silent treatment.
That's the way it goes, Casimir. I've got higher wisdom. I can sort through these things now.
Graham, this wizard, he's got a hold of your mind. He's been trying to do it to me the entire time.
No, you don't get it. I need the breastplate. You're attacking me. Think that through.
I need the breastplate. Get away with me, or get away from me with your creepy claw hands. I think I'm more scared of those than I am of losing the breastplate, honestly.
All right. So this this mage, he steps back over here, but he does over to here. But he does pull out a wand and aim it at you, Fenrith.
All these people, they need to learn that if you pull your wand out, you need to use it immediately. Right? It's just, you just don't threaten. You don't just wave it
Unsafe.
around. Yeah. Always have it in a safe direction.
But it has no effect on you.
Yeah. Trying to will save a cleric's almost as bad as trying to will save like a wizard or a paladin.
Paladin's pretty bad too, yeah. Get all, especially if they're like a charisma paladin.
Yeah.
I can't subdual a sneak attack.
Rohan,
now
your
that I have
turn.
Claw hands.
Okay.
Dang it.
Just go for it.
We're gonna have to go for blood.
He can heal it.
All right.
I'm
So
sure,
yeah,
I'm sure that I can take one of those, maybe.
first move. See if I can see anyone.
Okay. As you move forward, the ground begins to shake.
Okay.
It's pretty light at the moment, but you can feel the whole ground is shaking.
All right. So it shows that I can see the ranger. Am I supposed to be able to see that, or is he supposed to have full cover from here?
No, you'd be able to see
I
him.
can't see the ranger.
Any corner of your space to a corner of his space.
All right.
You can see him there. He's peeking out, trying to take aim. So
Then yeah, I'll take a single shot at him with the rest of my action.
I like to think anytime that Justin's taking cover shots, it's just the Achilles heel that he's hitting.
that's a hit.
Wow.
Okay.
Just slamming.
Seems like it sometimes.
Let him know that he's not as hidden as he thinks
What is
he
it?
is.
Half a dozen arrows these days? How much
Okay.
are you up to?
Yeah.
5.
Close, yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's all I can do. That's my full round.
Okay. Casimir, your eyes sort of flutter open ever so briefly, and you get the sensation of cold and blowing wind. Do a fort save.
Alrighty. Yeah. There you go.
So, your eyes flutter open. You get that sensation of cold and blowing wind, and your eyes dip close again, they flutter open one last time, and you can see light coming from some direction, as if from a tunnel. But then consciousness fades again.
Here I am being lazy.
I was kind of imagining you like doing the Atlas ball through all that.
Yeah, Sisyphus.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, like how they, like the weightlifters do
Oh.
that, right? Not rolling it, but
Yeah,
like when you got it up on the pedestal, even though he said he didn't have to make a test, right?
It technically would have gone.
Well, no, I'm talking. They don't do it from their back. I guess you probably haven't seen that. It's
No,
those
I-
strongman competitions.
Yeah.
They just call that weight an Atlas ball.
Fenrith, your turn.
All right. Sorry, I was playing with that blood because it has a bunch of stuff on there. All right. I will 5 foot forward so that the tentacles are within range of that mage, and I'll use a standard action to have them start attacking it.
When Brandon described Fenrith or Casimir climbing up like a little child, I had flashbacks to Stetson climbing up on the table, and I was just waiting for one of the gods to walk around the table and pick him up gently and put him down and say, "No, no, no."
I'm gonna do those 7 first. So how many hit?
That's the rumbling of the complex.
Ah.
Doing movie theater 4D.
Yeah.
Extra effects.
Still having a pretty good mental image of Graham, like trying to push what's like the hooks on the sides of the breastplate up with a claw. And it,
6 of them hit. Okay.
2 2s out of that.
So that's 39 temporary hit points so far.
All
Is he
right.
still alive?
Oh, yeah. And what are these?
These are the other 7. Because there was 14 of them.
It's a 28d6 attack then, altogether.
As if you wanted all to go to one person, yeah. There's 1 per caster
A
level.
lot of d6s.
How many
Okay.
of those ones hit?
See, he's actually just morphed into becoming Cthulhu.
It was that fight at the church that turned me on to this spell.
hey, that fight at the church, guys, was that kind of hot?
5 of them hit.
No, just me.
Not like that.
Hey, I'm joking. It was a joke, guys. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Graham's got a weird kink now too.
Breastplates?
Okay.
Breastplates and claws.
Another
He's
28
suddenly
temporary
finding
hit points.
lobsters a little bit
Another
too
28
attractive.
temporary hit points, and that should only leave 3 tentacles left because they die after 1 hit.
So shapely.
Right. Okay.
You got a deep storyline going on here, like in The Boys.
Yeah, so those all fall away, leaving just the 3. Anything else for your turn?
Let's see. I still have an attack. Yeah. As he should be within range of my 2. Yeah, he should be within range of my sword, right? Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
As I will also attack using Greater Vital Strike. And I will not suppress the fire on this one. Another 39.
Okay. All right.
That should be it.
The award for most dice rolled in a single round goes to...
You thought you were it, huh?
Well, I thought Graham would set the bar with his sneak attack, but
It's always been Sean. He's always been the most dice roller.
Yeah.
He also gives out the award, so he awards himself. Good job, John. Why, thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
But yeah, what was it?
for
That Tempest Rangers started it all, I think, for him. Just all went downhill from
so
there.
it was 34d6 that he rolled.
All right, Graham, your turn.
That's the Pathfinder model, man. As I wouldn't have gotten away with that in D&D.
If it wasn't for you kids.
All right, Brandon, I'm going to use the obscuring mist from my ring of spell storing. Plant that. It comes out where I'm at, right?
Yep.
Guess I'll go for 19.
It's a pretty nice spell, actually.
There
Temporary
goes
hit
my-
points are nice.
So it's actually right here. And I'll be like, I hate to do this, Fenrith, but I'm going to need that breastplate, and I'm going to get it one way or the other.
Graham, what are you doing?
You don't understand. Your mind's not right. And I'll start. I'll fade into the darkness or into the mist over here somewhere. Oh, why'd my movement disappear? Oh, not that. Dang it. Yeah, we'll move over there.
Not right in the head, Van Red.
Okay. So you're moving over here?
Yep.
All right. What did you... So you cast...
Cast a spell and that's it. That's my turn.
All right.
Let's see. Duration.
What is this? 5 feet I can see now?
Oops. I didn't mean to do that, Brandon. I don't know why I have all these.
You can see 5 feet if it is obscure and mist,
Yeah.
Travis? Yeah, you can see 5 feet if you're in it. What is it?
You can see the
Obscured.
next 5 feet
Yeah, they
with
got
concealment.
concealment. There we go.
But you can't see beyond that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can actually put I just put it on my, like a visibility effect I didn't know this had. Because I put
Who did you put it on?
on me, but it blocks my vision. It shrinks it.
Yeah,
Down.
I can't see yours. How did you
Oh,
do
that's
that,
pretty
though?
cool.
'Cause I
You want
can
me to put it on you?
myself. Yeah, put
It's
it on me too. Since
It's part of the spell effect.
Yeah. Do it. That's nice.
Well, it affected everything that I saw through that area too. So like I couldn't see
Nice.
the other side of.
So yeah, I'll put that on us.
Oh
I guess.
crap!
Well, I guess it wouldn't be
That
on
took
me
everything.
because of my blood tooth vision, but I guess that's what it looked like for you, roughly.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. Concealment and visibility is really good against things with reach
Or ranged attacks.
or ranged
So-
attacks.
Yeah, I'm cursing Graham right now.
All right. Anything else
Just
for you,
means
Graham?
that I won't know who hits me, so that means the inflict critical wounds will.
Yeah,
hit
sorry, that's my
somebody.
Okay. All right. So that's Graham's turn.
It is after 1 too.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Time flew this time.
Yeah. So that's Graham's turn, and then we'll just call it good there and pick it up again next time.
Oh yeah, man.
But as the obscuring mist takes effect, and then everybody can't see anything, that the complex begins to shake more
What
powerfully.
did you do, Graham?
I told you that's why I need your breastplate.
Okay, I didn't know it was this serious.
the world is doomed. Unless I get that breastplate.
Hopefully. This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.